Whenever you play an RPG, there are always three general roles to play. There's the tank, whose job is to soak up damage like a punching bag. There's the DPS, whose job is to dish out as much damage as possible. And then there's the healer, whose job is to, well, heal. Ceres Fauna is the first healer character introduced in Holocure, whose entire kit was built around healing. All of her base stats are at or below the median for Holocure characters. Fortunately, she has quite the interesting skill sets to make up for it. The first skill I will talk about is Whisper. It makes it so that after 10 seconds, you gain a stack of Whispers which heal you 2% of your maximum HP every 2 seconds, so long as you do not get hit. At max level, this stack can reach up to a maximum of 5, and if you do get hit, you will lose 1 stack while not taking any damage. You can see when you have a stack of Whisper because Fauna will be surrounded by a yellow bubble, which grows bigger the more stacks you have. Personally, I think this skill is pretty bad. While it's easy to not get hit in the earlier stages, that isn't the case with the later stages, which become full-on Toho gauntlets, meaning you will rarely be able to build up any sufficient Whisper stacks to make a real difference in your healing. And to make matters worse, Body Pillow does not protect Whisper stacks, meaning the only way to preserve your stack is to just rely on good old-fashioned dodging. It's a nice bonus when it works, but you shouldn't be relying on it. The next skill, fortunately, does a better job of doing what it's advertised. Sapling makes it so that enemies have a chance to drop saplings when they are defeated. If Fauna picks up a sapling, she will be healed for 3% of her HP and gain a boost to her damage and speed for a short period of time, though the boost doesn't stack when you pick up multiple saplings. It should be noted though that the saplings are not affected by your pickup range, meaning you have to touch them directly to pick them up. Fortunately, saplings will start moving towards Fauna if they aren't picked up after a short period of time. And for the last skill, the one that ties it all together, is Guardian Tree. Guardian Tree makes it so that whenever Fauna is healed in any way, shape, or form, she will cause a branch to grow underneath a random nearby enemy, dealing 300% of her damage. This skill is her most important, as it is the one that turns Fauna's healing into her primary source of DPS. Because both of her other skills revolve around healing her, Fauna comes pre-equipped with 2 sources of damage apart from her basic weapon, which is good, because her basic weapon kinda sucks. Fauna's basic weapon, Nature Shield, makes it so that a bunch of leaves spiral outwards around her, damaging enemies they hit. At max level, those leaves gain homing abilities and will shoot out at a random enemy after spiraling outwards a bit. They are probably one of the more mediocre basic weapons. As for her special, it is actually quite a gem. Her special, Mother Nature, creates a giant tree that has a large area where Fauna will not only get constantly healed, but will also be momentarily invincible. It is very powerful as a special ability, as invincibility, even for a short period of time, is a massive boon, making it very useful as not only a source of damage but also a panic button. Fauna naturally works well with any weapon, item, or stamp that provides healing, as the extra heals will be converted into DPS via Guardian Tree. I mentioned in my items video that the 2 best healing items are Nurse's Horn and Band-Aid. Between the 2, Nurse's Horn is the far better item when playing Fauna. Guardian Tree procs based on the frequency of healing, and while Band-Aid is an effective healing item, it does not heal you if your health is already topped off, while Nurse's Horn can provide a healing proc so long as enemies are being defeated, which is why Nurse's Horn is the far better item to grab for Fauna, though I personally just load her with every single healing item. The potency of the healing effect has no effect on Guardian Tree whatsoever, meaning that Full Meal provides no benefit to Fauna's offensive capabilities, hence why I do not bother with grabbing it. The other key item to grab with Fauna, apart from any healing items, is Injection type Asakoko. Because all of Fauna's skills encourage her to use a lot of healing items, Fauna is one of the few characters who can offset the downside of Injection type Asakoko, making the item almost a free stat boost. For weapons, I would recommend getting weapons to collab either Bone Bros or Dragonfire, since Fauna's primary weapon kinda sucks. Those 2 collabs will give you a weapon with a concentrated source of DPS to allow you to deal with bosses, making up for her weak primary weapon. So, that's Fauna, the first healer of Holocure. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for future videos, and happy Holocuring.